Hey.
Orcs and other inherently evil races, like goblinoids, in general, are often used as stand-ins, right, for black people, Asian people, disabled people, Jewish people, etc.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Oh my God, please.
This is not the face of the hobby anymore. And I think there's been mistakes made in years past where people assumed that D&D players were all, white dudes in a basement, which has been a faulty assumption for a lot of years and gets more and more false every day. And so it's, in my viewpoint, honestly, guys like me can't leave soon enough. The guys like me can't leave soon enough.
Not to fear, little children. I will help.
I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
And here we go.
Hey, we are live. Let me get this here fixed up. Boom.
Hey, everyone.
So we got 7 in my channel. So we got people ready to go.
Yeah.
And I checked on what we talked about just now, and it'll only let me have 2 on that plan.
Okay.
Which is kind of damn stupid because I pay $25 a month and it gives me 1080p, but it gives me 2 seats, me and then Dan on it. But then if you pay $50, it gives you 25 seats. Really? They really want you to spend $50 a month. No.
Yeah.
James of Hyperborea, good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Deplorious Rex, no one of consequence. We got all kinds of people in chat popping up. This is episode 2 of Rick.
Is it 2 or 3? Rick and James.
We're Rick and James, bitch.
We're Rick and James, bitch. And OSR table, tabletop news and discourse and chatting and
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, really great to team up with the RPG RP Grandpa. I always get that messed up because it's because the G is capitalized too, so I kind of put the RPG together, and then
I'm stuck with that name.
Yeah. So anyway, but I know it's really good to get together again. We've had quite a number of weeks off because of conventions, so that's one good reason to to miss a couple of episodes is to be at conventions. And
then when we came
Grandpa has been teaming up with Dan, who I had a great time meeting Dan for the first time at CNYCon, and he played in my Hyperborea game. We had a blast, and and just hanging out, and like I said, meeting him and everything was a great experience. CNY was an absolute great experience as always. It was second year, and it was even better the second time than the first, and the first was very impressive. So can't wait to cross paths with RP Grandpa, and one day we will. One day we will find a convention that is kind of in between the two of us, and that would have to be probably like Virginia or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Hell, I may surprise y'all and come up there to CNY one year.
Well, that would be awesome. Yes, that would be definitely.
Yeah, you guys tear out for 2 weeks and go to conventions, and when you come back, then Jeff's Restream won't let me connect, so I had to drop from that. It won't. I can't connect to the new one. So
yeah.
The hell with it. I wish y'all guys the best of luck over there. And I'm gonna fire my own Friday night stream up. I reckon. I mean, I can't get in. You know, I shared my screen with Dan and like, look, dude, I'm in it, but it's not showing up on my channel. So I mean, I can join it.
Oh, because of maybe it's because of Restream. Like I said, Restream and StreamYards are not exactly simpatico with each other.
Well, it's not that though. I mean, when I joined his Restream, it don't have anything to do with StreamYard. I mean, I just logged in with my Restream account and boom. But then it quit letting me in, and I don't know why.
All right.
Like whatever. I'm gonna find. I think I'm gonna get 3 more guests and just start doing my thing on Fridays. I reckon. And I'm gonna miss the Grognard's Assemble name, but since I was one of them, I say I was the one that come up with that name. But
why don't we chat about it? I mean, I'm not going to be there next weekend, next Friday because I'm on vacation. But when we come back, we'll look into it and see if we can.
I mean, I've already got plans in motion for my own stream now.
Yep.
I mean, it's been 2 weeks and I can't get into the Restream. So every time I turn around, there's something going wrong with Restream. I don't know what it is. And I was going to switch over to Restream, but you know what?
I'm trying to connect through the Discord because I know I run into that problem.
That's how I'm doing it
with Shadow and Son. Is that I cannot hook into his from from his direct link. I have to go through Discord in order to get to his. So that's weird. Yeah, they're not all 100% good working conditions, working with one another and such. So
what's going on here? Condor's trolling is getting out of. I ain't heard anything. I mean, I don't care what he's done. I don't care what Condor does over there. I mean, the guy has 2 people show up with his live streams while he sits and reads off of an AI script. What do I care what he does over there?
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't gonna be much longer, and we ain't but 5 months old. We're fitting to pass his channel, and he's been going for years. I'm not worrying about Condor. He is nobody. I mean, he we all know he buys subs because if he had legit subs, it'd be like my streams and Richard's streams, where you have an active community.
Right.
So, I mean, there's times I can't keep up with chat. So, no, I'm not worrying about what Doofus is doing over there. He's a no-name, and I got my boy on here with me, and we're going to have a good night. What's up, Robert? So
I will at the very least be able to I can chat directly into here though, which is fine.
It pisses me off. I can only have one person, which I mean, Dan's going to be on Friday and Saturday, but it won't let me. It says you got. It says on the plan it says 3 seats, but I've got me and Dan on it, and it won't let me put a third person on there for some reason. I don't know what's going on with it.
They don't mean 3 people on your stream at the same time.
No, it's just in the
that should be like up to 10 at least, right? Like what's your maximum number of people on stream?
I'm talking about making someone a co-host.
Yeah.
And it's not letting me put another person on there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not paying $50 a month. I mean, I got the 24. I'm kind of grandfathered into that, and it's letting me stream at 1080p. That's all I want.
Yeah.
I'm never going to put 10 people on screen with me. Yeah, so I've got it set up for a max of me and 3 other people. So I don't need that. I'm not paying $50 a month for this. And I don't stream but maybe twice a week anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm really upset with myself because at the time you started your all dwarf campaign, I really wanted to get into that, but I couldn't because I was still in the middle of my move.
Right.
And bad timing,
Yeah.
But
Well, you could always jump in whenever you get a chance. You can pop
Well,
on
see,
in.
that's one thing I hate doing is jumping in the middle of a damn game.
Well, it's
I
not.
want-
It's not in the middle. It's they are actually at this point here. They're back into their outpost. They had just completed a dungeon dweller, a mine operation delve, and they eliminated the gibbering mouther, and they captured a hobgoblin leader. So I'll see where they want to go next with it. But we're not meeting again for another 2 weeks because I'm on vacation. So it's at least another two weekends. Our next session will probably not be until I would say July 18th. Yeah, July 18th would probably be our next session. So and only one of the characters just hit second level. So you wouldn't be too far behind in level. And we just added 2 new players. So we're up to 4 again.
I mean,
4 or 5.
I'll be watching for your next one.
Yeah.
I'll be watching for your next one.
Yeah, you
Well,
could definitely jump in.
Yeah.
So let's see.
I've never seen anybody run an all dwarf. That seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, so far it's been working out pretty well, and I've been trying to, I explained to them, obviously. I was like, listen, you're only conversing with each other in Dwarvish. It's like you're never talking other languages, and if they ever do have someone else that they come into contact with that's not a dwarf, I'm gonna sit there and play that NPC like they don't have a clue of what they're talking about, because they have to specifically say, oh wait, we're going to speak to the goblin in goblin, or we're going to speak to this human in common. Otherwise I'm going to just let them sit there looking confused and scratching their head, both player characters and the NPCs, because that's just the way it's going to go. I want them to be the dwarfiest of dwarves, kind of, just fully immerse yourself into the culture of it.
And no, Pale, it got mentioned. We've been moved past that.
Yeah, we're not talking about
the name that shall not be mentioned again. How are you? I know you don't have any dwarven wizards. How are you handling heals? What are you doing as far as a healer?
They have a priest.
So are you playing class or how?
No, we're playing advanced. So OSC advanced.
Oh, so race and class.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they had that option if they wanted to just play the classic dwarf. I mean, it's in the book, but
yeah.
But I'm also using Carcass Crawler number 6, so we do have a rune smith or whatever it's
rune
called.
Master or something.
Rune Master. Yeah. So they had a rune master. They were going to go with a brewmaster, but I was like, you know what? That the class is not a functioning class.
Yeah, it's
really, it really isn't. It's like in order to have any of those brews, I mean, you have to have like tons of equipment.
Yeah,
and I was like, how is this a class? It just didn't make any sense. What they should have had was they have some means of, gathering ingredients and concocting these things on like a near daily basis so that they always have a supply of it. That's how I was going to mess around with it anyway.
Yeah.
Was have them, they know the secret little things that they can add to to a beer or an ale or something along those lines to change it, in a sense, and do it that way.
Deplorious, that's what I was just fixing to say. There's a dwarf cleric in the rule cyclopedia. No, is it? No, it's not in rule site. It's in the Dwarves of Rockholm.
The Dwarves of Rockholm, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you might have been using the dwarf cleric class in that. I didn't know you were doing race and class.
With dwarven clerics, I never agreed with that. We never did that back in, from 77 on through, the 80s. There was always you could always be a dwarf. How could you have a dwarven pantheon and yet no dwarven clerics? Made no sense. And then when they tried to say, oh, well, no, they could be NPCs only. I was like, that makes no sense either. So there were certain things that, there were certain things that Gary Gygax got wrong, and I don't mind saying it. There were just some things that it was like, you should have.
I can rattle off a bunch of things that Gary got wrong.
But that's one of them. That's one of the main ones. You could have still had, the class limitations and racial based limitations and whatnot, but still allowed them to be, clerics. Magic users, I get it, but not to allow clerics made no sense whatsoever.
I agree. Yeah,
that's like every race. I'm pretty sure every race can be a thief or a rogue, whatever you want to call it. But I noticed that I was going through, and there were some that were just precluded from being certain classes, and I was like, that doesn't make much sense. But anyhow,
I just went back to racing class myself instead of just doing the race, the racial classes and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm moving back to my original, to where it leans more heavily toward AD&D. I figure I don't know, with the new books coming out. Nobody can say what we're going to do. The OSE DMs, what we're going to do when these books come out, until we get them and we can read them. I don't know if I'm going to mean.
They're just combining them to. They're just combining them into
either run my current system as is, because see, here's the thing. On the 2026 update on the OSC website, what they're talking about with the new books is a lot of the stuff that they're talking about putting into the books, I'm already using as house rules.
Yeah.
So if they don't really go extra beyond, and do that extra oomph, I may just stay with what I'm running. And if there's something new that they're using in the new books, just import it into my current system as a house rule. So I don't know until these books hit.
Right.
And the thing is, we're going to get the PDFs way before hardbacks.
That's why I'm gonna probably just back it initially at the PDFs, and then see if sometime next year I decide, I'm just gonna buy them. They'll go on sale, and I'll get them post Kickstarter, and I'll get them, I'll get just the 2 books some other time.
Yeah.
I'm not that that uptight or upset about using the advanced fantasy for the next year or two, until the new ones are all right. I've gotten enough out of these ones. I literally just got them in December. I haven't had them that long.
Yeah.
So
they say we're getting them in November, the book.
Yeah. So I could wait till next year. I'm not that, our topic for tonight kind of lends into that, right? Our topic for tonight was, and for those that are, joining in or waiting for that topic, and I'm gonna give full credit to Shadow and Son, because he was the one that first mentioned this on his stream, and he says, "Oh, we should do a top 10 of game systems that we have on our shelf that we will never run," and then I added to that, play or even use. All right, because that kind of shrunk down the number of systems that I have, but I still were able to find 10 that I think fall into that category.
Because everything on my shelves behind me, 90% of it's TSR printed and early WotC printed.
Right.
I have a few oddball systems. My shelf of shame, which is about a half a shelf of shame, is right there.
Yeah.
You see it.
Yeah. I don't have that shelf of shame anymore. I've gotten rid of it. I've donated it to my niece. So my niece got everything that I had. I only had 4 5e books. Although I still have the Stranger Things starter set, which made my list of things that I will never use or never use, run, or play. And I have a couple other items on here, but that's really the only. Well, no, I have a couple other WotC D&Ds on here, and again, like I said, when I say I won't even use it, it means that I don't think that there's anything in there that is useful to pull from and to borrow from. Now, it might be like I have on my list. All right. The first thing I grabbed on my list was the Shadowrun starter box from Cataclysm. All right. And I'm like, I don't know anybody who even mentions this system. They talk about the world lore. The world lore is phenomenal, but I know it from video games, right? I don't know it for, my Steam. I have I have several of them. I think I have like 3 of them, and I played through the dragon something or whatever, and it was pretty cool and everything, but I kind of got bored with it after, probably about 20 hours worth of play with it. But anyway, so Shadowrun is the starter set. That's something I probably paid like $10 for, and that's something I'm going to donate at the next convention I go to, for their auctions, and just donate it. Now my D&D stuff, I have D&D 3rd edition, the 3 core rule books, and 4th edition, the 3 core rule books in their slipcase. Now those, I have 3.5, and I'm going to hold on to 3.5 because so many OSR games are kind of based on the things that they learned from 3.5. In some cases, we don't want to do that, so we're going in this direction. But in other cases, they adopted it. And so they used the things from 3.5. So I keep 3.5 on my shelf. Everything else is got to go. The 3.0, I'm letting go. And the 4E, I will donate it, or I'll sell it if someone wants to buy that from me. It's a beautiful, like immaculate, condition. I think I paid like $40 or $50 for it in the slipcase. I'd let it go for the same price, So, but give me some that you do have on your shelf that you will never use.
Well, and I should have done this before we started. I'll be back in 10 seconds, 15 seconds. I am part of the No Pants Streamer Club.
Oh,
yeah, I'm sitting.
I am not, by the way. I assure you all, I am wearing pants.
Well, I'm not free balling it, but
yeah. The only time I turn off my camera is when I stand up to grab my bottle of rum and bring it down and pour myself a shot, and then I go back up there. Which you're very likely to see me do in a few minutes anyway.
So like I said, I mean, you can see 99% of everything on my bookshelves is TSR and early WotC up through 2nd edition. I never went past 2nd until 5E when I was sick of hunting OSR players in Georgia, and I said, screw it. If you can't beat them, I'm going to try to join them. And I joined them for the shortest amount of time ever, and instantly regretted spending those hundreds of dollars on those 5E books. And this book I bought when I've run through one game session that my buddy Lloyd ran, and I was like, well, I want to learn how to play this game, and it was 2nd edition is what we played, and it's kind of comical because you already mentioned it. But this,
yes,
I'm talking about mint condition. I mean, it looks cool. I just never got into it. I don't see me ever playing Shadowrun again.
Yeah, I might play this. From what I understand, there is I heard that the rules suck.
Yeah,
that's universally whatever. So I don't even think it matters what edition you're talking about. And I think this box set is like what, 4th edition or something like that.
That's the 2nd edition.
Oh, it's 2nd edition. The box is 2nd edition.
No. The one that I got. Thank you, John. Now this one I bought because I really and nobody else was playing it. And I play the MMO. I love it. I mean, I casually play it now, but this baby right here,
EverQuest, yeah.
the EverQuest TTRPG.
I didn't even know they had it.
With Swords and Sorcery rule set, and it's not really well put together. I mean, it's still I've never used it, but I've got all the PDFs, but it's really nice inside. I mean, it's kind of cool because everything in it's from the MMO, and it's stuff that I've been intimately familiar with for years.
Yeah.
And
that's kind of like what they did with the Elder Scrolls. Like there is an Elder Scrolls official RPG out there, but for the most part, you're just looking at it to
be right back. I hear you though. Keep talking.
Get the stuff, get things to think about, to read or whatnot. A long time ago, back when Elder Scrolls was still on the DOS diskettes, they had every single book in a file on that disk. And I actually went through and I printed out every single book, note, whatever I could find from Daggerfall. I believe they were still doing that with Morrowind, and then I think it shifted from DOS to from those disks running on DOS to a Windows application, I guess, with Oblivion, where you couldn't pull that fragment out, or at least I couldn't pull that fragment out of there. I know that you probably could have, because there was a lot of modding going on with Oblivion as well. So you probably could have found those things, but I printed out everything. I had a binder that was probably about 300 to 400 pages of every single story from those things, so it's like I had the what was it, Tamarel? I had the Tamarel library already put together before they even did it later on in the thing. But yeah, I mean, some of those things, they read really well. Like I have the primer guides are perfect, for taking it and converting it to a tabletop role-playing game, and that's probably what they did, to make that one there too.
Let me see here. I'm looking at some stuff. I'm going to show you and see if you've ever heard of them. Give me a minute, because there's one more I'm looking for. Where's it at? There she blows. So, let me see if you've ever heard of no, that's not it. Where did I do with them? There they are. Boom. Now let me see if I can pull it up on screen. I want to see if you've ever seen this before. So, two that I found, the Willow. Tabletop, they done a TTRPG for the Willow movie. I thought was really cool.
I never liked that movie.
What?
I never liked that movie. I couldn't stand that movie.
I don't understand.
I never liked that movie.
And then
I've only seen it once.
Oh, I've watched it several times.
I've only seen it once. I never liked it.
Then they I thought they had done a Diablo 1, but they didn't. They done a
Diablo 2 was the last Diablo I actually played. I don't think I played Diablo 3.
But I thought it was neat that they done a TTRPG.
Would it take them 20 years to release Diablo?
Whoop. Sorry.
Yeah.
But
I was never a fan of Willow. Never liked the movie.
Huh. I loved it. Of course, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. So there's been some movies that did not age well. And when I went back to them, 30, 40 years later to watch them again, I was like, wow, I liked this movie when I was a kid, but it just doesn't.
The one that I enjoyed the hell out of when I was young. I mean, it wasn't one of my all-time favorites, but watching this movie back then and coming back and watching it again, Red Sonja, God, that movie's crazy.
No, that was an awful movie then. That was an awful movie then.
It was still a classic D&D trope movie, but oh my God, the acting was so bad in that movie.
Fred Flintstone and Homer Simpson side by side.
Who is that?
That's interesting. See, now Starblazer, since you have that name, Starblazer was my favorite show when I was a kid.
Listen to me. Starblazer in your chat is a Condor bot. You should.
Is he?
He's already muted in my channel.
Oh, okay. Is he? Yeah, but he's not on mine.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He is. I didn't know that.
I muted him already.
Well,
so
say hello to Condor because we're doing
Starblazer. We appreciate your view. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Yes. Yeah.
Before you go.
Yes. And say hello to Condor for us.
He is a one of the two people that Dork has in his live streams.
I see. Oh, I never seen him before. Well, he has a good name at least.
He went to your stream because he can't talk in mine.
I see. So,
just letting you know ahead of time.
Hey,
Starblazer.
I don't have a problem with being called, Fred Flintstone and Homer Simpson. I mean, those are two iconic characters. Back from when was the Flintstones? Was that the Flintstones like late 60s or was that still 70s?
I don't even know.
Yeah. Fred Flintstones was back when I was a child. So I don't know when that started. I would say probably early 70s. Was Fred Flintstone Hanna-Barbera? No. Now it's got me wondering. Somebody let me know. Yes, they are definitely iconic. So I don't mind being compared to anything iconic. I mean, I was always called Peter Griffin when I was teaching. My middle schoolers used to say, "Oh, he's Peter Griffin." I have since lost a lot of weight since then, so it doesn't quite carry anymore. Yeah. But yeah. But anyway, Starblazer's going back to that. That was my favorite. What was that called? That was called Starblazers was the American name of it. The other one I really loved back then was Battle of the Planets too. That was another one of my favorite cartoons. I never got into Robotech. I was never a big Robotech fan. But anyway, so back to our shelves, right? So so I already mentioned, my four, right? So I had Shadow Dark, that box edition, the Catalyst games. I have D&D 3rd edition, D&D 4th edition. I might look through the D&D 4th edition just to look for the art or to see what exactly it is, because I've never actually read them. But nobody wants to play it. I mean, there's no way that anybody wants to play that. If I brought that to a convention and say, "Hey, I'm running, D&D 4th edition," that might be one of the rare occasions where I either don't fill up the table to capacity or I get nobody to show up for it. My next one on the list, and this one is obscure. I have a bunch of really obscure ones, right? But I will jump all the way back in the day, right? So Pirates and Plunder, all right, from Jaquinto Games. I will grab this one off my shelf. You might recognize it when you see it. But
never seen it before.
Yeah. So this is 1982 Jaquinto Publications. Because I was always a big fan of pirate games and everything, but this has no ship-to-ship combat. And I was like, how do you have a pirate game and there's no ship-to-ship combat? Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing as, whatever the WotC Spelljammer. Spelljammer has no ship-to-ship combat.
Nope.
I was like, it just doesn't make any sense. So this here didn't have it. They had boarding actions, but they didn't have any ship actions with it. So it's like, now the only reason why I keep this on my shelf is we played this in the early 80s. We played this. So I am more nostalgic of this. And plus I only paid like $15 for this whole box set, and it's complete. It's got some of my oldest, the oldest die I own are these two tiny D20s that, but it's it's just on my shelf for nostalgia purposes. So that's a game that I will never play, run, or even use because there's nothing actually usable in it.
Well, it's not that it might. I mean, it's not saying that it's a bad system or anything or a bad game. It's just the lack of people that give a damn about it to play it.
Well, in 1982, I would have been 15 years old. So 14, 15 years old when this come out, and we found it boring then. Thank you. Flintstones started in 1960.
Okay.
Hey, Mark the Shark. Good to see you.
Yeah, that's just I was Gygaxian raised almost exclusively. I mean, you can see that on my you can see that on my shelf. Literally everything I have on there is Gary Gygax mostly. I mean,
I have a lot of his stuff. Like I almost put I will never. Again, it's one of those nostalgia pieces, right? I will never run combat. What is it called? I can't think of it now. Cyborg Commando. So I have Cyborg Commando. I have Dangerous Journeys. I have Legendary Adventures. I have all of Gary Gygax's stuff. I know that I will never run them. Probably never have an opportunity to play any of them. But I might actually read them. So that's why they're not making my list, because I might actually read them. I might actually use them to some degree. Yeah, Gamma World. Well, I have Gamma World.
I will never.
But I have the, second edition box set.
I think these are first.
No, they're probably not first.
I don't know. First. I think it's got to be first edition. 19. I don't see
think
it.
It had that logo when it was. That's probably second or third. What year is it?
That's what I'm looking for. Thought it would say in the back, but it doesn't. Let me pull the book out and look in the front of it. Let me see. Not really. You gonna make me work for it, guy?
It might be all the way in the back, or somebody. They're saying fourth.
Huh?
James, DM James.
This is fourth edition?
Saying fourth.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's not second.
This is 93. This box set.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I don't know. I don't even know where I didn't buy these from when they came out brand. I must have got these at a convention or something. I don't remember. Let me see what the
the only TSR game that I do have on my list is TSR's Indiana Jones. The only positive thing I've heard about that is that its car chases are one of the best systems out there.
Wasn't this logo, if I can get it to focus, right here? Wasn't that in the third edition era?
It might have been, but it carried over into the fourth edition of that book. That's 93, so that's before TSR was sold to WotC. Yeah, the second edition box set. I'm pretty sure this is second edition. Where are we? So that's my box set, and I'm fairly certain this is second edition. This is 1986, but correct me if I'm wrong. It could be third, but I'm pretty sure this is second edition. They don't say editions back then. You just have to go based on the box.
This thing is got this bad boy has duct tape on the corner. This bad boy went through several world wars. Good God. I want to see what's in this book.
We could probably find somebody who would be willing to play Gamma World. All right. Second edition, third edition. I don't know about fourth, but certainly second edition. They may, we might be able to find people willing to play that.
Oh God. See if I can.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have some of those in my not the
This
envelopes. I have the flyers for them. Yeah, more tape than box, right? More tape than box at this point.
Whoops. Come here.
Well, that's like my white box back there has more tape than box on it.
Well, I mean, duct tape fixes everything, right?
Yeah.
But here,
that's what's on that one. Actually, is duct tape.
I've been looking for this
for
years, and the whole time
it's been in
my my BX book, my expert box.
Nice.
I'll be damned. So I'm glad I pulled this off the shelf.
That's the other good thing about going through your shelf every once in a while.
You find stuff you.
That's what really helped me with my channel. I've been doing a shelf tour, right? I've done something like I've gone over like 230 videos so far of just pulling things off my shelf and talking about them for like 3 minutes, and that has made me realize that I have games on my shelf that I haven't played yet, or haven't run yet, or even haven't read in some cases, and that's why I've made it part of my bucket list. Is that 60% of the games on my shelf I want to have run at least once. All right. Yeah. And so I'm not that far off from it, although I haven't done a full, inventory and said, hey, you know what? I know I've done this. I know I've done this, but quite a bit. I would say at least half I've run everything, half of the things on my shelf. But I do want to expand that list. So let me get to the next one. And again, you're not going to, I'll stay with my pirate theme is Pirates of the Shattered World. All right. So this was like a Kickstarter, and this one here, I'm almost like a sucker for pirate themed things, just like I'm a sucker for anything Robert E. Howard. And so this was, this came out not that long ago, actually. And it was a Kickstarter that, again, like I said, I'm a sucker for pirate themed things. 2022. So,
hey, Shell.
Yeah. Written by John Barfield.
Hey, Merce.
Will I ever find anybody willing to play this? Probably not. But but it's staying on my shelf because I don't know. There's a chance that I might actually read it and find some good uses of it. But other than that, it's
well, I don't get rid of shit.
Something on the shelf. Yeah. Oh no, I have to cull my my shelf every once in a while, because otherwise I just, if I throw it in my closet, it'll sit there for years, and then I'd rather just donate it. So anyway,
I'll get another bookshelf and I got room for another one of one of these on the end down here.
Well, that's nice. Yeah. I don't have that.
And those shelves
I don't have that luxury.
bad.
I am pretty much maxed out on my wall space. So I don't think I could get another shelf. I can't actually, because I'm already to the edge of the wall on that side, and you can see the distance that I have from just there to there is not even 1/3 of the shelves. So it just wouldn't work. So I'm at capacity for shelf space right now.
I just remembered I need to check and start keeping an eye out. I went on Lulu's and got the hardback of the Prentice rules and the Journeyman rules for Blue Home. So those are, I don't know if they've shipped or not. Those are the bookshelves that I use. And they're really good. If anybody's looking for bookshelves, I highly recommend it. These guys are really cool. They brought my bookshelves to my house and brought them inside and stacked them up for me because I was in the middle of packing.
Hey, Dungeon Delver.
Hey, there's Bill. Welcome, my friend.
Yeah.
But they'll bring the bookshelves to you and set them in. They'll put them in one room, any room in your house that you tell them to. So I was very, very surprised with that. With how they handle that. But but yeah. So I highly recommend those bookshelves if anybody's looking for any.
Right. Let's see.
But yeah, I wanted to. I mean, I've got the PDS, but I really wanted the Blue Home books, the Apprentice and Journeyman, just so I could say, look, I got them. And and I may even do a review on them. I got the PDS, but I wanted the physical books. They'll look good on the shelf. So, Blue Home is a really nice set of books too. So
one day I'll get a like a view of my entire shelf, but because you only see about 1/3 of it behind me, so it's like I would have to shift everything or set up a second camera in order for it to catch the rest of it. But yeah, that's why I do my I've been doing that shelf tour. So I am up to
I'm gonna start doing that. Do a
yeah,
shelf
I'm,
tour. Do a shelf tour.
It's like just doing those shorts and everything. People like them. And like I said, the purpose for me has opened it up for, I'm starting to see what I have on there, because there's a lot of games that I just didn't realize I still had. And so let's see how I can sort this by last video. So that would be my shelf tour. And let's see, full playlist. So I have 239 shelf videos already. So 239 items on my shelf so far. And I'm only up to this shelf right here. And then I still have a few more things on there. And then I jump down to two more about the same size. And then the whole bottom of the they're twice as long, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 whole sections. There's probably another 70 game systems. Although that's where I have a lot of box sets, so maybe a little less than that. But I'd say I'm pushing probably 400 game systems. If I'm at 230 now, yeah, probably very close to 400, maybe 350, 380, somewhere in there. A lot. So there's a lot in there. And the next one up on my list is Tenebria, the Remnants of Rome, which is like a little Kickstarter I picked up. And it was like, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And glanced through it. Nothing really extraordinary about the system. Nothing, it was a nice, cheap Kickstarter. And I was like, yeah, no one else even knows about this game, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And it's one that, that could definitely come off my shelf and go into the auction bin to help the VFW when I go to my convention in September.
Yeah, I won't never pass on that section of 5e by air. It'll hit the
Paul, it is the same system as Never Going Home, which which I do have, and that didn't make my list, but I just can't see myself ever running it. I have Never Going Home is really interesting, but again, it's a game that I will never play it. I went by a game store today and looked at some old stuff he had. He told him that I had to come home and check the shelf to make sure I didn't have them already. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to, like I said, it's good to go through your shelves and you'll come across things that was like, oh geez, I've had this thing for like 3 years and I still haven't, I did the video on receiving it and then I never actually got around to to reviewing it or doing anything with it. I was like, I have to get back and get to some of these things and I have to slow down on buying stuff too. So that's the other thing,
Yeah.
That's the trade-off. You got to slow down on buying stuff. I was a huge, I was buying everything that Blow Games was putting out because I just absolutely love the system. I love the way that everything would go together and work together across different genres and everything like that. But at one point I was like, hey, Eric, Eric Bloat, I was like, you got to slow down, dude. You have to stop producing stuff. It's like, I can't keep on buying these things. So luckily, I think he had slowed down or he started converting everything to 5e. And so I was like, you know what? I'm good with, I'm good with what I got. Hey, congratulations. So you have a new member.
What? I was tabbed out looking at something.
John Collins.
Hey, John Collins
is a new member. So,
welcome, my friend.
Yep,
appreciate that. Let me put you up here on. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I think you make number 5.
Nice.
And I think, I was looking at that. I think YouTube says that you got to have 8 members before, because then I tried to put it up on my homepage where it shows my members, but it says you got to have 8 in order to do that. So I'm not fishing for members. I'm just saying I can't put them up yet. But thank you, my friend. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Hey, Agile, how's it going?
Agile, man, when you gonna get on here with me one day and us have a damn sit down around a campfire and just talk? You've been dodging that bullet since you've been there.
Yeah. Actually, I've been hoping to get and I got to reach out to him as well, but I'd love to have Dungeon Delver on my channel. I'd love to be on his channel too, talking about, AD&D first edition, because that was my introduction. And it's the one game system I always go back to, so.
I don't think my channel's big enough.
There's a lot of people in our crossed membership or subscriber base that, a lot of people I'd love to have a chat with as well. So my next one, because I did come up with a list of 10.
There ain't no way I could do 10.
Yeah,
there's no way.
So I have, I put on here Star Trek Adventures, the first edition. All right. Now, Shadow and Sun sent that to me, and I looked through it and I just found that it's like so wanting. I was like, my gosh, this isn't even like an open world, for you can't be anything but, at least with the first book, you can be anything but a Starfleet officer, and
I've got it all the way on the end. It's up there.
I heard that they've improved with the second edition of it, but I'm not putting it on my get rid of it box because Shadow gave it to me. And so I wouldn't disrespect him by doing that unless he's okay with me donating it, to the, donating it to some kind of, somebody who's going to appreciate it, then fine. But otherwise it's staying on my shelf.
Right.
But if he gives me the thumbs up on donating it, then that's what I would certainly do.
I mean, I am a massive old school Star Trek, up to TNG.
Yeah, I have FASA also, so I will
not so much the new BS that they've put out. Everything up to TNG and Deep Space and Voyager era and back. That's my jam.
Yeah, Mark, Star Wars always needs more red shirts. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Star Trek always needs more red shirts because they can't keep enough in.
So,
But
so that's one that's kind of you know, I mean, if I were running that at a convention, I'm sure that people would want to play it. It's just the system itself just doesn't
hold
strike
up.
me
Hold up.
as.
Hold
Hey, there you
up.
are. Now you have your 10 at least. So
Damn. Oh, let me see that. 5 from Agile Monk. Thank you, my
Yeah.
friend.
now you have your
That's,
8 man members. Yeah, congratulations.
TPK, Merce,
Yeah.
RPG Golem, and John Elder, and Hello B. Welcome
Yeah.
to the old folks' home. Thank you, Agile. I appreciate that, my friend. Now I'll tinker with the settings on my homepage tomorrow. See what we
and list them all. Yeah.
But appreciate that, my friend.
Right.
Thank you. And grats to the ones that got it.
I only have one
Right.
other game that is on my list where I'll probably never run it, play it, or even use it in any way. And that is Far and Away Land. I don't know if you're familiar with.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Have you got it? Let me see it.
Yeah, let me grab it and see.
I may have that in PDF. I know I don't have it in physical, but I'm pretty sure. Let me see.
And I'm sure it's not like a.
Yep, I've got that somewhere
Yeah.
on a hard drive. Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing about it that I'm like.
Hey, Bosco.
Yeah, I got it back in 2019, and I mean, I like the art style and everything of it. You know, it's kind of it's very gonzo looking, and but to be honest with you, if I were going to run for kids, then I would probably have a use for it more. So I think that's what it's really meant for, is to run this with kids. Let me see. Far and Away Land is a fantasy, science fiction, horror, humor-filled role-playing game set in the dangerous and strange worlds of Far Away Land.
Let me.
Yeah, it doesn't specifically say who it's geared towards, but I would say it's probably geared more towards kids, which is probably the reason why I bought it. It's built off of Swords and Wizardry, so that's its game system.
Yeah.
But
That's the same system that EverQuest tabletop RPG was made off of.
It's built off of Swords and Wizardry, which is, it's a solid system to build it off of, but it's not something that I would ever run.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally sitting on my shelf. I didn't get to that shelf as part of my shelf tour yet, so that's why I kind of forgot that it's even there until I started thinking about this stream, and then I was like, all right, let me check out this stream and look to see what I would have on there, and that's when I came across it. I was like, yeah, I'll put that one on there. So that's my list of 10 games. So
I could go, and I can add a couple more that I do have on the shelf. One is the I didn't get into the new revised Lord of the Rings 5e, but I did buy the 2 core books for Adventures in Middle Earth.
Right.
I bought it, even though it's 5e, I was told that, and they've all the ridiculous stuff is out of it. It's Middle Earth true. And I would probably play that 5e system if I ever got into a game. That and the Fantasy Flight game Star Wars.
Yeah, I have that, but that's not, that's a good solid game. I would certainly play it.
Maybe if I could get a group, if I have a basic gist of it.
Mm-hmm.
I need Roll20 didn't ever just when you roll your dice, it's got them funky narrative dice. The results would come up and I couldn't figure out what was
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And there are dice rollers online where it shows the math.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish Roll20 would do that, because I would probably try to figure out how to run a game like that, because I'm a massive Star Wars fan. I absolutely not the newer stuff, but Yeah,
I have the WEG Star Wars. I have quite a few of the books, not
Well, I have all the D6 Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, all the D6 Star Wars. D6 Star Wars, I will eventually, will eventually run it or play it, and I certainly would use it. I mean, I've looked through it already as well. So, yeah, that's something that I will in fact use.
1 to 10 for Hyperborea. What would you rate it? You've played Hyperborea before,
Me?
haven't you?
I'm going to push it around as I'm getting more and more familiar with it. I'm going to say it's at least an 8, and it might be pushing close to a 9.
What's the newest edition of Hyperborea? Is it third?
Third edition, yeah.
Okay.
Third edition. I would push it at. I would say solidly an 8.
I can't give it a rating.
It's a little crunchy.
I don't know anything about it.
It takes a little time to create a character. But I would say it's a solid 8.
Yeah.
I might inch towards a 9 if we'll see. We'll see what Jeffrey Talanian does with the new Kickstarter that he's going to do sometime early next year. And let's see if there's any kind of rules modifications that come out of the that Kickstarter, which is basically just pushing the Comorian box set. But I'd like to see if it does streamline character creation, because it is a crunchy system to create characters.
Yeah, I mean, Dan's been hard at it trying to get me, which I'm going to.
Oh yeah, no, it's a fun game. It's a fun game to run it. Again, I ran it in a convention setting, so I modified it a lot. I like the system, but I transport it over into off of Hyperborea, the world setting of Hyperborea, and I push it into Robert E. Howard's Hyborian Age. So you're basically in the world of Conan. So you're you don't have as much of that mixture of different real world peoples all condensed in one small area. If you want to run into Vikings, you have to go to the far northern western areas of the world, and if you want your African tribesmen or your Egyptians or whatever, you got to run to the south. Basically it's like you want your ninjas and your monks and your things like that. Well, you're going to have to go out to the east and that kind of thing. You're not going to all find them in one city scape like you do in Hyperborea.
Yeah.
And there's no technology. I don't use the technology in the Hyborian Age, but you could definitely add in the Gothic, not Gothic horror, I'm sorry. You can add in the Eldritch horror pieces of it.
Another system that and I've started reading a little bit, but I've gotten busy and kind of slacked off, is I bought all the books for Gods of the Forbidden North, the Player's book and the Races book. I got all 5 books, and I started reading it, and it's kind of interesting.
Right.
So make sure you like both streams. Hit that like button. Yes. I'm really digging Gods of the Forbidden North. I like the premise of it. I like the formatting, how it's, the whole southern continent is just wet to shit. And so the last bastion of civilization is in the frozen north. And I like snow too. So that fits right up in my wheelhouse. But
yeah.
Make sure
Tom
you like
Cruise fanatic. Yeah. Hey, Boomerman Dan Webb. Good to see you. I can't interact with my subscribers through here on this here. So I will every once
tried.
in a while glance over here and pop over here. And hey, this is July 2nd, so I can actually do my I can actually do some of my membership giveaways to the start of a new month. So I will certainly do that. So I'm going to give away a couple memberships on my channel. And when I come back from vacation, I will do another set of 5. So let's do this and membership gifting. And there we go.
Of course, it won't
So
show up.
I'm not sure they'll show up on yours or not,
won't.
but I will read them out. Hey, James of Hyperborea, you just gained a membership at my channel. So congratulations there. Let's see. P.S. Gaglione, congratulations. Justin Kelly, congratulations. Jay Spires and Angry Ghost. So you 5 are recipients of my my membership there, and that opens you up. You're able to come over onto my Discord and play in any of my games, or you can actually request, hey, can you come here and let's see if I can't highlight them other than that one thing there. But yeah, you're welcome to come onto my Discord and just let me know that, hey, I'm a member and I'd like to join one of your games, or if you can, run a game for me, and a friend or two of mine, and you're welcome to join in on that. I have several openings. So you want to ask me a question? Go right ahead, Spooky Kid.
He's getting on to everybody for not liking.
Huh?
All right, we got a.
What?
Yep, there you go. Ask away there, Spook.
So 7 of you don't know where the like button is. Oh, okay. What's up? I am open to your question. What is your favorite system neutral supplement? I mean, I've used the Greyhawk box set, the gold box, for multiple systems. I mean, I'm getting ready to use it for Castles and Crusades and a number of other systems. That's probably my favorite world setting is Greyhawk, and I've used it for multiple game systems. So that's my snap answer to that is the Greyhawk box set. The original, 1983. Yeah,
and you can't go wrong with Greyhawk.
Yeah, yeah. It's just I can move so many different systems into that. Absolutely love it. Well, thank you, Mark the Shark.
I have you guys make sure. Let me go ahead and put your let me see here. Yeah, I just over the years I just haven't branched out into all these third-party systems. It's just something
you
that
can just stare at those maps for hours. Yeah, I mean those maps are just I don't think that there's any more classic than that. So yeah, thank you very much there. And I can do the same because we cannot post each other's things on our own.
I'll post it in my chat too.
Yeah. So let me post yours. I got to do it here. So let's.
But
you know what I have to do? I have to. Let's see how I could do this.
Yeah, I was going to do a July 4th stream, but most people are going to be out celebrating and.
Oh yeah, I won't be able to do that. I won't be able to do that. So
I'll be sitting here being a hermit. Yeah, I got to drive 3 hours next Tuesday for a medical appointment. And
all right, so I am going to post. All right, so
nice
sub at RPG Grandpa. Well, he's a featured channel on my thing too, so they can always find him there anyway. But
Yeah, I got a
so,
bunch that's featured on mine as
yeah,
well.
yeah. So
I try to do all the smaller channels, put them on my feature.
Well, you see, if you ask me that question, Spooky, in 6 to 8 months when I have that in my hands, then that will be my answer. All right.
Yeah.
So that is for darn sure. That will be my answer. And I believe it capped out at 42,000. I want to say it had a 30,000 goal. And so it hit 42,000, and it is now going to be opened up to 8 different systems. Correct me if I'm wrong, Agile, but I believe it's 8 different systems now. And so that answers that question. You want to talk about a supplement that is a supplement that can be, yes, Zendria. Yeah, we are fortunate that we have late pledges going on. Awesome. So, hey, maybe it'll hit 50. Yes, 8 different systems. And all of the systems that you can think of, right? You won't find in amongst those 8 Pirates of the Shattered World or Pirates and Plunder or most of the game systems that I mentioned, but you will see all the core ones. You will see OSE, Castles and Crusades. You will see Shadow Dark. You will see all of them. I might as well pull it up since we're bringing it up. Let me grab my Kickstarter, and I will bring it up here. It's so long to get into my Kickstarter, and Agile Monk is probably beating me to the punch anyway. But I want to come on. My internet is so slow sometimes. So I'm going to post this link into my channel. And so everybody check out that there. So go into there and double check it because it's still open, I guess, for late pledges.
Yeah, I already posted it in my channel.
Yeah. Yeah, and I posted it on mine. So everybody check it out. It's at 42,269. And the systems that it is currently open to now, let's see where he has the list of them all. I know I should be history and membership.
Oh,
lore. It's going to take me forever to find the same thing that he'd probably do in 2 seconds. I know exactly where to find the additionals, but the original 4 systems. Why am I not finding it that quickly? I'm just skimming over it so fast that I'm just not going to pick it up. But anyway, where's the stretch goals? Wow, there's so many different layers to get to just the stretch goals, but the stretch goals will come out here. So here's the first 4. Sorry, I found it. So Castles and Crusades, Shadow Dark, Nimble, 2nd edition, and Dungeons and Dragons 5e 2014 edition. And then the stretch goal of 40,000 opened it up to Daggerheart, Draw Steel, Pathfinder 2nd edition, and DC 20. So there you have it. Original 4, I knew you were going to get that in there. So original 4, Castles and Crusades, as I mentioned. So it just took me a lot longer to find it than he had it at his fingertips. But yeah, definitely check it out. I'm really excited about it. And that's something that will be run, hopefully played, and certainly used. All right, because it's a toolkit as well. It's not just a world setting, but there's a toolkit that comes along with it that allows you to do so much of your own world building and everything as well. So really excited about it. So what game systems are you currently have, in the pipe, as it were? Like, what are you waiting on,
me?
Grandpa? Yeah.
Oh. Well, I mean, of course, the OSC books. I'm pretty well locked in with the OSC system. I do want to open up the Blue Home books. But other than that, it's mainly just the OSC books right now. I don't really have a lot down in the pipe on what I'm waiting on. I'm, and there's nothing wrong with content creators like yourself that has 5 million different systems that they do on their videos and all. And there's nothing wrong with that, and I respect that. I don't know. I'm very, very focused on the systems that I play. I do branch out occasionally here and there. But like we were talking about with the Fantasy Flight Star Wars, I just ain't never found a group for it, or I'd be playing it. We talked about this on the Grognard's Assemble one time a while back with the One Ring. I would love to find a newbie friendly Roll20 game that had a good group and a good lore master. I would love to try out the One Ring. That system just looks so Tolkienish. Mark Research said that the GMs. Let me pull it up. Easier to read this way than want them to key how they wish. But we definitely have places called out for the books that are on the maps. Right.
I have the One Ring as well, and it was one of those ones. I'm looking at it, and there are some unique game mechanics in there.
It's different
that I really do like, and so it wasn't going to make my list of 10 or even my list of 20 games that I probably won't get to. That is one of the game systems that I want to run at some point. Even if it's for a convention game, a one shot, whatever, I will eventually get to it. That is part of the 60%, of my collection that I want to run at some point. Just so that I can say, yes, I have run this game system. This is what I think about it, and ran it at a convention. This is the group of people that that were at my table. We had a blast, and go along with that, and then it gets put back on the shelf until some other year when I'm hey, you know what? It's been a long time since I've run that again. I had such a great experience doing that, so I'll go back to it again.
Yeah, my OSC Middle Earth campaign still sitting in the collecting dust.
Well, anytime you're looking to run that, I'm always looking for a game to sit in, because I'm the forever GM.
Me too.
And I would love to, jump in on something and just have, just be able to play. That's why I started doing that at conventions. So at conventions, and just so people know where I stand on that, is that I think a convention is a place where you should be running something and you should be playing game systems that you've never played before, and then that is the thing. And don't overrun. In other words, don't go there. If you're going for 2 days, the most I would say that you should run is 4 game sessions, and the other 2 in between on each day, or 4 if they're squeezed in, well enough, you should be playing in other game systems. So I think the breakdown is usually 12 hours of gameplay, for the most part. So you can run one, you could run two and play in one easily during during a full day of convention time. And but if you're only going for a 1 day convention, I would say run one and play two. All right.
Yeah.
Because that's going to give you the opportunities. It wasn't until I went to a convention that I played Mothership. It wasn't until I went to a convention that I played Pirate Borg, or Dropship, which I just got. My Dropship just came in the mail today, So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for getting that out to me so fast, because I was afraid it was gonna, because I put a stop mail, hold mail for next week because I'm on vacation, but it has arrived today, and I'm gonna grab it. And
I think Swords and Wizardry is kind of been, sitting in the back burner because so many bigger systems in the OSR have just overshadowed it. I think that's the main reason you don't see a lot of Swords and Wizardry.
Yeah, I mean,
I've heard good things about the system.
It's run a lot. Trust me, it's run a lot. I mean, Eric Tenkar runs it at every convention, or he'll do Swords and Wizardry Light. I'm sure it gets played a lot at North Texas. It depends on the convention that you're going to. All right, that you're going to see different game systems at various conventions, and they kind of you start to see that they have like a tone almost to a convention. So CNY RPG, there was the creators of this, so Blackwall Games was there. It was Todd ran Dropship. I played in Dropship, so it's my first time playing it. It's a D12 system, and it was a blast. And I was like, I should have bought it then, because I'm going to save myself the shipping and handling. I should have bought it when I was there, but I was like, all right, I'll wait until I get home. And then I was going to try to wait even longer. And I was like, I just want to get this thing. He currently had it on sale. So I was like, I'm just going to drop it. And boom, I had it. So now I have it. I can start reviewing it sometime next week when I get, after next week, when I get home from vacation. But getting back to, playing systems that you've never, played before, I played Barrow and Borderlands with Shadow and Sun ran it for a brief time. I think that was like a Thursday night alternating, and I think he ran into the same issue I have with Thursday nights. I can't keep a game going on Thursday nights. You did the Bugs and Daffy game. Shoot him now or wait until you get home. You waited. Yeah, I did wait. Yeah. I should have gotten it when it was there, and like I said, I would have saved myself like $20 in shipping and tax and everything. But anyway, it's not going to make or break me, and I'm, certainly enjoy having it now. Another game system I'm waiting for now is Arduin, which I bought that. Just bought that today. Yeah, I just bought that today. So waiting for that to arrive. That'll arrive after I get home. So I'm like, cool. And I'm gonna have those guys on. I'm gonna have George and Dave from Emperor's Choice on my channel on August 2nd, I want to say. So looking forward to that. I'm gonna have Matt Tapp from I'm gonna have Matt Tapp on July 26th. So those are my next two Sundays after vacations and such. And then I'll see. I'm gonna miss a whole weekend. July 1st, then August. July 31st, August 1st, 2nd, possibly 3rd. I'm going to be sitting in a hospital room. So, yeah. So I will
just make sure you come back a man.
Yeah, hopefully I come back and I'll be ready to ready to run my Tuesday night game, but we'll see. We'll see. It might
I
take a
don't know
little
what
bit
the
longer.
female version of Richard is, so
Yeah.
make sure.
Oh no, it's just a hernia. It's not doing anything else but a hernia. So would love to join next night, a weeknight game, but I get
Yeah,
home
don't you
late.
hate real
and then
life?
You know, OJ Flynn, if you are ever available in mornings, like Eastern time mornings, you're always welcome to join in. You know, just reach out to me on my Discord and say, hey, I'd like to, you know, I'd like to play in a sword and wizardry game, or I'd like to play in an OSC game, or, you know, if you're available Saturday nights, I'm running an old dwarven campaign OSC. It's so far it's been a blast. We've had a couple breaks in because I had 2 back-to-back conventions in June, so I missed the 2 weeks there. That's one of the problems that I have with running games bi-weekly is once you miss it, it's like, all right, I'll see you next month. And they kind of fall apart when you do it that way. So a lot of these games that I'm talking about, like on the shelf and everything, that's why I'm looking to do them as one shots, is because it's, you know, or very limited short, you know, things like we'll run 3-4 sessions
Nice.
and then move on to something else. Getting all the surviving members of an old gaming group back together to do Swords and Wizardry campaign on the 25th. Nice. Yes, thank you, John Collins. Yeah, like I said, it's a hernia operation, and then just some shifting the stomach muscles around to keep the stomach wall or the abdominal wall sturdy.
I've got a hernia there too, but
yeah, it's just
doesn't really bother me because I'm naturally lazy anyway. So
yeah. No, it doesn't. It's actually not bothering me at all. It's just like I have no discomfort with it, which is why I've probably been dealing with it for so long. Yeah, I work from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And yeah, but what time zone are you in?
Yeah.
Are you in? Oh, you're playtesting Bears Heroic 5e. Yeah, like I said, so 5 to 6, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. I run my games on. You're in Eastern time, so we're in the same time zone. So
yeah, he's in Japan.
you could certainly catch my Saturday games. I have openings in my Saturday game. So you're welcome to join in. You just have to play a dwarf, you know, play the dwarfiest of dwarves. And
how many you got in the group now?
I want to say, yeah, almost. Let me see. Let's see how many people I have in it now.
That are actively playing.
So I had 4 show up last time.
4?
4 of the 5. 4 showed up last time of the 5.
Yeah, he does.
So
you need 7 dwarves.
So yes, I need 7. Yeah, that would be perfect. So yeah, I always have room for that. That's such an easy system too, that it's not that overly complex.
So what time do you run your game?
Saturday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Till when?
Till about 10:30ish. Till there's a reasonable pause, reasonable spot to pause. You know, will we push up to 11 o'clock? Sure. But if it could stop at if we start at 8 and you know if it stops at 10, fine. If that's a reasonable spot for it to come to a closure, but trying to run it kind of episodic as well. Yeah. So have some clear opportunities to, hey, we can take a break. You know, because they're basically adventuring in and around an outpost that they can always return to. And so it makes it a lot easier to do that kind of a thing. They're not doing any mega dungeon crawls. Although if I do have them do a mega dungeon, then I will just have factions in there that they can hook up with a faction and it becomes like a town within, kind of situation like that. And again, back to Agile's Kickstarter there, that's all about factions, right? So that's all of the Game Master tools is about creating factions and how to utilize them. So that will definitely play into it as well.
Right.
So I am hitting on that 7:30 mark, and I've already had the summoning take place. So I'm gonna wrap this one up, and thank you everyone for popping in.
Yeah, I might
Thank
keep
you.
it going a little bit more.
Yeah, you can. You're welcome to run a little bit longer. I'm sure you'll have more to bring up, and then I'll catch the tail end of it, whatever I happen to miss.
Yeah, I'm not going to go too much longer myself, but
Yeah,
I'll sit around and talk with chat until
Right, yeah.
until it quietens down. I don't know.
yeah. So
we appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. It's a great topic. We'll have to revisit this topic every once in a while and talk about maybe the next time we get together, we'll talk about the hidden gem on your, the game system that maybe not too many people know about, but you absolutely love, and you can't call on OSC, and I won't bring up AD&D First Edition or Castles and Crusades. I'll find something that just made me say, "Wow, this is a great system." So maybe that'll be our topic the next time is the hidden gems in our collection. All right.
Let's see what we're getting to. We'll look at it. We'll look at it.
Yep.
Well, go do your thing there, Brother Rich. And,
all right, everyone, you have a great one. Thanks a lot. Let me see. Oh, I see how I exit this one. I was like, I'm not used to StreamYards anymore. So it's like, oh, how do I actually exit this? And then I have to make sure I exit from my side too. You all have a great one, everyone. Have a safe and enjoyable holiday. If you are in the Northeast and you're looking at 100+ temperature out there, hydrate, try to stay cool as best you can, and and have a great 250th 4th of July celebration. Now, old farts like me, I remember the bicentennial like it was yesterday, how much fun we had then. And so now we have the 50 years later,
50 years later,
still around to enjoy this one. So I was 9 years old for the bicentennial, 59 years old for the 250, and you all have a great one. So thanks again, RP Grandpa.
Yes.
Never going to get that right. Hey, Shellback, how's it going? I caught your video earlier on. Congratulations on your move.
I had to go back and watch it. I missed it. It was only about 7 minutes long. So
yeah. Congratulations on your move. Good luck with that and everything like that. Great that you have the little ones close to their preschool. Preschool now. So that's got to be exciting too. Been there, done that. So it's like, but you all have a good one. And I am going to leave studio here.
Keep your ass out.
Take care, everyone.
Have a good one, brother.
Yep.
Well, and then there was one. So make sure you guys now don't get carried away on the 4th. Don't get out here and get yourself into something on your alcohol consumption. I know it's easy to get carried away, but be careful if you get on the roads. And I'm just going to do some grilling. I'm not going to be doing anything major. I think I'm going to get with my mom, and we're going to throw some steaks on the grill, and that is why I'll never let the RPG dad name go. I don't want anyone to tell. Right. living in Louisville. We lived in Fort Knox, which Fort Knox is in Louisville, isn't it? God, I can't remember. That's been so long ago. Yeah, it's going to be neat because I haven't been down here for the 4th of July. I'm curious. I'm sure we're going to have some big fireworks going off. I won't get any sleep that night. But yeah. Yeah, we're just going to throw a couple of steaks on there and on the grill. And I got a new Blackstone, so do some steaks and maybe drink a few beers and that's right. It's supposed to rain here too. It's actually the next week it's supposed to rain down here. So that's going to be interesting to see. And they're all evening showers. I mean, when it rains down here, it rains sideways. Yeah, I mean it's crazy. Both the last 2 times, which not today, it hadn't rained today, but yesterday and day before yesterday, it was raining. The wind was blowing. The day before yesterday, it rained so hard it was 95 degrees and it was hailing. We had golf ball size hail. Thank God I got a carport, but I had to pull my flag down both days, my U.S. flag that I got flying because it was trying to snatch it off the wall. So, yeah, it's this Florida weather because it's so damn humid down here. And when it goes to raining, it's just lightning and thunder and wind, and it's ridiculous. Yeah. And I haven't started drinking yet. I won't. I'm not a big drinker anymore. I've gotten out of it. But yeah, I'm not going to really do a whole lot. Hopefully, we'll have some big fireworks shows going off here. I'm in a good spot to where if it's anywhere in this region, I'm going to see them. So, yeah, I probably won't be doing any streaming. I may pop up and do a live stream sometime before next week. Next Friday will be my next one that's scheduled. And me and Dan's trying to round up 2 more so we can do a four-way multi-stream. And we're looking at a couple of guys. But I don't know how to get a hold of one of them. And the other fella I'm looking at myself. So maybe we can put together a 4-man cast that people will enjoy kicking back and listening to. Hope everything's going all right for you, Spooky Kid. Fair. I respect that. So yeah, me and Rich just wanted to get on and talk about a few topics, and just get on and talk to chat and it's. I appreciate the Agile, appreciate the 5 gifted, appreciate the other memberships. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Like I say, it's all going back to the community. I'm waiting on. I got to keep an eye. It says YouTube has mailed me a code to my address that I'm supposed to type in my YouTube dashboard in order to be able to attach my bank account info, where when they do the cash payouts, it'll go to my bank. But I haven't gotten it yet, and it's been a week or so. So, I mean, once I get all that shit figured out and they do their first payout, I'll probably, it depends on how quick this happens. I mean, I don't want to spend the money on OSC books just yet because, hell, it's going to be a minute before they even come out. So we may do OSC the books that are current, like maybe do a classic and advanced combo giveaway or something. I don't, but I mean, odds are, and I'll probably do the POD for basic and expert and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, all everything's going back into the community. Every penny that I get. So I'm not in this, like I say, and we've had the name that shall not be mentioned talking about, oh, he's some bullshit saying he's not in it for the money, but he's turned on memberships and all that. Well, yeah, all the money's gonna go back to the community. So yeah, like I say, I don't sweat the little stuff, but I'm excited to do the giveaways. Don't know how I'm gonna do them yet. I don't know if there's a way. I don't know, like everybody in or just at the end of a stream, pull up everybody that's in chat and then roll a note. I don't know. I'll have to find out how people do it, and then we'll do it that way. But yeah, I've got the Blue Holmes books, both of them, the Apprentice and Journeyman books, ordered, and I need to look into that and see. Let me see if I can find out, have they shipped? Yeah, I don't think I've got I haven't gotten a notification. Let me see. Lulu. I don't believe that they have shipped yet. Let me see. I'm kind of excited about those two books. Let me see if it's estimate. Oh shit, 2 more weeks. Estimated arrival July 14th. Order tracking. There we go. Let's see here. Yeah, they haven't even shipped yet. So yeah, I've got those ordered from Lulu, and we'll see when they get here. And we might do a review on those if everybody wants to. I'll post it in Discord and see what people think. And we're also going to get back to the movie streams in Discord. So I know we've gotten away from it, but I'm going to set it up maybe after we get through the holiday weekend, and we'll get back on that. I don't know yet. I don't know the exact time and date that we're going to do that. Hey, Techno, better late than never, brother. But yeah, we're going to get back into that, and I'm still contemplating my upcoming campaign, the one that I had put together before with the group. It kind of fell apart before we ever started playing, so I've just kind of took a step back, and I don't know yet. I don't know if I want to go with the traditional, classic D&D campaign, or if I want to do like dust off that Middle Earth game that I was working on. Probably going to be a World of Greyhawk game, though, I imagine. And but like I say, I haven't really had time to look at it ever since it fell apart. So we'll see how things go with that. But anyway, I think that's going to do it. I think I'm going to follow suit with Rich and just shut her down and maybe watch a movie. I watched that I didn't watched it twice or once before, but I rewatched it. That the new remake for Midway. That's a pretty good movie. I might get the original Midway and watch that tonight. That's a good movie. But thank you, brother. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get off of here. And been a fun stream. Covered some good topics. And I look forward to getting into the next one. I don't know, like I say, we get past 4th of July. I might come up with a good idea for a stream and jump in it and fire one up, even if I have to do solo. We haven't had an open mic night, which the last open mic night, nobody joined, so it was just me. So we'll try it again, and maybe we'll do an open mic. And yeah, I think the original Midway was better, the classic one, but I mean, it was the new one was more aesthetically pleasing to watch, but the OG was, I think the OG Midway was the superior movie. I think it was more historical canon accurate. So, but folks, I appreciate everybody hanging out with the old man, and be careful this weekend. Don't get nuts with the alcohol, and if you do, don't get on the roads. And post some. I know what we can do too in Discord. Let's see if you get a big fireworks show where you live, take some pictures and post them in Discord, and I'll try to do a tag for everyone in the community. God, where would we put it? Pictures down at the very bottom. We'll put it in the picture section. So I want to see your fireworks shows, and if we have one here, I'll take some myself. All right, folks. I hope everybody has a great night, and we'll see you in the next one. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. Be safe. Have a great evening.